Good afternoon. Today, I'm going to take a look at this big beer by the Bruery, who makes really amazing beers, by the way. This is called Mischief, so I feel like I couldn't pass up this beer. It's a Hoppy Belgian-style ale. It says, the devil is in the details, and this limited release of our Hoppy Belgian-style ale, it's a mischievous dosing of Citra and Motueka hops. Sorry if I just butchered that. It's a 2016 Great American Beer Festival Gold medalist for American-Belgian-style, American-Belgio, pretty sure that says, but also it's tiny, Belgio-style ale. So you can see, gold medal. This is the brewery out of Placentia, California. And this comes in at 8.5% alcohol by volume. So this is nicely dry hopped. The rabbit has things to say about today as well. This should be nicely dry hopped and really kind of be a good melding of bold hops and Belgian spiciness, I think. So I'm interested in checking this out. So they've made a couple of things that have this brewery's made a couple of things that's made it to my favorites list. One of which is 8 Maids of Milking. They have a beer that they make that they release during the Christmas season each year. And 2 years ago it was 8 Maids of Milking, so it was 9 ladies dancing this year. And the 8 Maids of Milking, whatever, was a milk stout. Whew, amazing, but also I favor milk stouts. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Oh, wow. This is so tropical. I feel like if you ever want to know what does tropical smell like, smell this beer. I mean, it's so fruity, like papaya, pineapple, passion fruit. I mean, it's super fruity. It's kind of amazing. Wow, I could just smell this all day, I feel. Kind of amazing. Jeez Louise. Wow. Okay. A little bit of that kind of Belgian spiciness after I get used to all the fruitiness in this beer. Wow, this is really going to be amazing to drink. So when you saw when I poured it that it did pour a little heady, and it has this interesting kind of foam situation going on up on top. Looks like it's going to stick around. It also looks like it's going to give us a little bit of lacing. And normally we will see this in a Belgian ale, so it's not necessarily a surprise. It's this beautiful kind of apricot golden color, and it is pretty hazy. You know, I didn't even think to check the bottle, which has been laying on its side in my fridge. I didn't even think to check for sediment necessarily. But nice, anyway, nice and hazy, beautiful apricot color. Wow, this aroma. This is probably one of the better smelling beers I've ever smelled in my life. A little banana-y in there. Maybe guava. It kind of reminds me of guava flavored shaved ice. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Wow, there's so much going on in this beer. Holy moly. Pat on the back past me for purchasing this. I'm relatively certain that I got this at the Good Hop Bottle Shop in Oakland on Telegraph Avenue. Pretty close to 19th. It's at like 21st or something like that. They have great selection. And I saw this and I was like, Mischief. I feel like that's my beer. I need to buy it. And oh my goodness, am I happy that I did. So, so good. All right. Lots of stuff going on. Initial thought is it has this nice bright ale flavor to it. It turns a little bit spicy, like you expect out of a Belgian. A little peppery almost, cardamom even, spicy. And then it kind of has this fruitiness. It really has this nice maltiness to it. And so I feel like there's flavors just everywhere. And they kind of like swirl around each other. And you get, just like it suggests, you know, like hoppiness, beautifully fruity hoppiness. It's not at all danky or bitter or, you know, intense like grapefruit oil or grapefruit rind that's really like intensely flavorful and bitter. This is really very nicely balanced, very fruity, very delightful. You know, it's got this spiciness to it. It has this beautiful ale quality. Like I said, it starts out with this kind of bright flavor, suggestive of like citrus maybe. Wow. Really, really nicely done. Really nice aftertaste. I mean, all of that happens, and then it resolves into this really nice kind of hoppy Belgian finish, you know, which is totally expected based on how they've style categorized this. You know, but it's such a treat to get there. This whole beer is really an adventure. As I'm drinking down, I can see, well, I swirled it around a little bit of sediment. So a couple of drinks in, you know, I like pick up for moments at a time, an more intense hop bitterness, but it really resolves nicely into other stuff. It becomes juicy, and fruity, and spicy, and malty. This is really, really great. I feel like, you know, I enjoy the flavor of hops when it's not really like distilled, aggressive, like oil or rinds of things, which just are just a little bit too bitter for my taste. This fruitiness, oh, wow. Really, really a top quality beer. Probably one of the better beers that I've had. So the brewery is, I was going to say, relatively widely distributed, but maybe not. I mean, here I am in the same state as it. I have gotten some through Tavor. They sell them at Whole Foods. I think I've seen it at Bevmo if you're in California. You can get these at bottle shops like I have. And so I've seen a lot of brewery things at bottle shops. I feel like if you're up for an interesting beer adventure that is pretty much guaranteed to be great, check out the brewery. There's only one thing that I've tried that I didn't really like, and predictably it was not a style that I was partial to, so it made sense that it wasn't my favorite beer. But consistently, great beers come out of this brewery, and so I recommend them a lot. Also, Mischief, like I said, one of the better beers that I've had. If you see this, get your hands on it. I might even go and look to see if I can get another copy of this, another bottle of this, to share either with my friends or just to drink again. I really like the bottle art. It's this cool gradient, kind of tealish gold situation going on. Teal is one of my favorite colors. As you can see, I've got this, wait, what direction? This direction, got this teal lamp going on behind me. You know, so anyway, all the way around, great, really great beer. This is a beer that should be had fresh, unfortunately. So this isn't really one that can be cellared. It says down here on the label, serve this delivery fresh at 45 degrees, and it does show like a snifter kind of a tulip glass. That's what I'm looking for. So keep those things in mind. It really gives you the opportunity to get in there and experience the aroma of this beer, which is a sensation all of its own. All right, so a whole almost 10-minute long video raving about how great this beer is. So if this is a beer that you've had, share with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If you haven't had it, go get it. I cannot recommend enough. Cool. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.